cannabis drying rack net. So I actually really dislike these just because I don't like when you have to lay your cannabis down. When you lay your cannabis down as opposed to hang drying it, when you hang dry it, there's only one point of contact, and that's where the cannabis touches the hanger or the piece of floss or whatever piece of string you're hanging drying your cannabis on. But when you put your cannabis in these drying racks, you're laying your cannabis down, and the surface area that is in contact with these drying racks is a lot larger than the one specific point of contact when you hang dry your cannabis. So when you do this sort of thing, number one, it makes it a lot tougher to trim your cannabis effectively. So if you use this, you have to pretty much trim your cannabis very well before you use it. Number two, when you dry your cannabis on here, it actually compresses and smushes your bud. When you dry your cannabis on these sorts of drying racks, your cannabis will definitely need to be rolled around or moved every now and then so that it's evenly drying. So I don't really recommend this, although it is, I would say it's better than using a paper bag, and it is pretty cheap. So if you're not that interested in drying your cannabis really well and doing it to the best of your abilities, then this is a easy option. It's a cheap option. It doesn't require that much involvement. You can hang it up almost anywhere. You basically can't do it outside because this mesh will allow water to get in there. So if it rains, your cannabis will get fully soaked. So this is an option for indoor. I really wouldn't recommend this. I would recommend a cardboard box before I recommend these drying racks, just because a cardboard box, at least you're hang drying it. This is an option that I would very heavily advise against, just because when you lay your cannabis down, the surface area that is coming into contact with the drying net, it's much greater than when you actually hang dry it, and there's only one point of contact. So when you use these drying racks, you're actually destroying a lot of the trichomes on the outside of the cannabis, and plus they will smush your cannabis if you don't evenly roll them, and just having to roll them and touch them a lot will definitely degrade the quality of your cannabis. So I say if you get to this point in the cannabis growing process, you might as well finish it all the way to the best of your abilities. Don't grow your cannabis and then give up on the last mile and totally ruin your medicine. So that's about it for this video.